Hey everybody, welcome to Unfollowed, the podcast that talks about the shittiest, most dumb people on the internet, influencers. It's the de-influencing space where we talk about influencer culture and how bad it is for society and all the things that go wrong with it, and that we make fun of these people because it's really fun. It's just fun. Today we're talking about 3 or 4 stories. I got a whole bunch queued up. We're gonna talk about, the merge online. We're starting to see the pendulum swing against influencers. It's anti-influencer culture or de-influencer culture. We're seeing that it's starting to pick up steam. We're gonna look at a college influencer who was crying that she didn't make her newspaper at her college. Crazy. We're also gonna look at an influencer who wanted to wanted a musician to come sing at their wedding and write them an original song for exposure bucks. And then there's this new Instagram coming out that's getting big. It's really not what influencers, but sort of is. It's called Karen at Large, and it's this one Karen inside of an HOA that has a whole account being made about it, and it's actually awesome to look at. So let's get to it. All right, so I'm loving this new podcast idea, guys, or whatever you want to call it, the show. I love this with all my heart because it's like everything that I do on Dad Challenge podcast, but it's now just overarching all influencers, including family vloggers, including people who exploit children and people who exploit their situations in other restaurants and things like that. It's really cool, by the way. And if you don't follow a guy named Daddy Snacks, follow him. He's on Instagram, he's on TikTok, and he's like one of the biggest de-influencers right now. He started the thing because he has a popcorn company with his mom or something like that, or a family popcorn company, and an influencer's like, send me free shit or I'm gonna like say bad things, and he's like, what? And then it like started he's not the villain here, but it started his like Batman era of becoming a de-influencer. And the space is blowing up right now. People are being de-influenced, and it's awesome because it's funny because we're being influenced to not listen to influencers, and it's good. It's sort of what we needed. It's the scales balancing, it's the checks and balances of like social media, because influencers overall, and not all, and I'll say this from the beginning, and maybe I'll do a video on like the good ones because we got to expose the good ones too. But basically influencers are people, and it became viable in the last 5 or 6 years where people are like, I'm going to become an influencer so I can get free shit. I get paid a shit ton of money to be on the internet, never have a real job. And the thing about influencing culture is if you have a large platform, if you're an influencer on a large platform, you will literally make hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars. And it's the easiest thing you'll ever do. It's not hard to do. It's time consuming, sure, but it's could be stressful, but it's like the easiest thing to do without education. A lot of influencers make more money than doctors, okay? More money than like very important people. Some influencers make more money than A-list actors. Okay, A-list actors are technically influencers as well, but you know what I mean. It's like, but they have no discernible skills. Some of them just like put makeup on, and that's literally all they do. And there's anything really wrong with that. It's like showing people good makeup and how to do the skills. I'm cool with that. But like, it generally doesn't take a lot of skills to do anything. Some people will eat just nothing but shit and garbage on the internet and feed their face and get paid for it. They're killing themselves, but they're doing that. Influencer culture is many things. But the ones that we really tend to focus on are ones who use their platform as villains. Like they say, look, if you don't give me free shit at your restaurant, I'm coming for you. I'm going to leave a bad review. All my fans are going to hate you and all this kind of shit. Like those people, bad influencers. And it kind of started with sort of like, you started to see the pendulum swing back towards anti-influencer culture. And it's not quite there yet, but it is swinging back, and we are seeing a big movement about it happening, and you're going to see it explode pretty soon. And once lawmakers and shit start coming in and start setting more rules and laws and all these kinds of things, we're going to talk about it more. But on my Dad Challenge podcast channel, I just covered Shannon Rose's surrogacy drama. And what you need to know about that drama is that there's a surrogacy agency, and they're teaming up with family vloggers. It's Dan and Sam that they're called, okay? And Dan and Sam and the agency said, we're going to do a free surrogacy because out of the kindness of our heart. But what they're not disclosing is that they're in business together. Okay, the surrogacy agency and Dan and Sam are in business together. And so they're making it seem like they're giving something away for free when they're not. And influencers often won't tell you how they make their money, and sometimes they won't disclose when things are ads or when things are being sponsored, and they have to. Rules are there in place, but they need to be more stringent. Okay, if you see an influencer out there shilling a product and they're not telling you that it's an advertisement, you can flag that post or that video and get it taken down or get them in trouble. Because that's just how this works. Because you have to disclose that you're trying to sell something to somebody, because the practice is there because people are dumb, unfortunately. And the people who are the dumbest on the internet are people who go to bat for influencers, who white knight for influencers, because why? Are you friends with them? Are you thinking you could be friends with them? No, what it is a parasocial relationship. It's a one-sided relationship that exists between influencer and fan. That fan will never meet that person. If that person does meet that fan, they won't like you. They don't want to meet you. Right? It's such a weird dichotomy that we exist in the society that we think that we know the influencer and we're friends with them. And we like, I understand being loyal to an influencer that's doing like, I have lots of loyal followers that are like, hey, Josh is trying to take down child exploiters. And I get that. I understand all that kind of stuff. And I appreciate that. But in the end, I have very small amount of friends from social media. I keep my circle small because literally it's such a dangerous world full of like mistrust and people trying to get tea and try to destroy you out of jealousy and things like that. I've had stalkers and all that kind of stuff. So I need you to know this, people out there who stand for influencers for no reason. They don't know you. They're never going to know you. They don't like you. Okay? Stop. Okay, I'm going to do the Homelander face. That's what they look like when they see you. I just need you to know that. And people, once they wake up to this, they start hate threads and stuff like, oh, I thought they were awesome. They are not awesome. Influencers are only out for themselves. In order to be an influencer, you need to be a main character. It's called main character syndrome. You have to have this syndrome. You also have to be selfish, entitled, and you have to be narcissistic. There is no other way to make this work that you can film your entire life, including your ass and your nipples and your butthole for the internet, unless you are narcissistic, okay? If you're out there breastfeeding for voyeurs, that's not bringing awareness to breastfeeding, okay? That's you're creating fetish content for people and you know it. Okay, there's no raising awareness. It doesn't exist in this platform, okay? You're raising your platform. That's all you are doing. So whenever you see someone do something on social media, like I saw the other day, a woman cleaning her enormous house, beautiful kitchen, 12-foot ceilings, massive fridge, and I saw a comment that said, "Oh, this would be my perfect life." I need you to know that that's fake. Okay, I need you to know that they're probably living in like, they hate their lives, they hate their husband, they hate their life, but they're making money and so they think that that's okay. They are faking it for the internet and it's so bad for society because if you read the comments on people's favorite influencers, they're like, this isn't me, you're such a good mom, you're so amazing, your life is, they're all fake. That's wrong. Showing something fake that is supposed to be real is actually dangerous. So that's why I sit here and I talk on this platform about the dangers of social media influencing and why you should unfollow these assholes, okay? This is a post on the subreddit called Rant, and people just have a rant. And this was 6 months ago, and it got a ton of upvotes, ton of comments. And it said, I truly hate influencer culture and the vapid fan bases. I truly, truly hate influencer culture. It seems like there's no way to actually escape it. We have food influencers and bloggers who give good reviews to mid-restaurants in exchange for free food. Exactly. If you're going to be a food influencer, okay, or a reviewer, don't ever do it in exchange for something because you have zero ability. I will not listen to you. If you're not disclosing that you're receiving free shit on the other side, then you shouldn't be doing reviews. You can be like, hey, they offer me free food for I came in and here you go. You could do it in exchange for, I think it's delicious or not, but don't be a food reviewer and get paid to do reviews because then you're literally, that's a conflict of interest. You shouldn't be able to do that. And that's why they should be disclosing that. We have fitness influencers pretending to be experts because they have abs or slim figure. And we can get into that. If you follow Joey Swole, he calls a lot of these people out. If you follow Goob uncovers a lot of these people who fake it, right? They get ass surgeries, they get fake tits, they get liposuction, they get mommy makeovers, they get breast lifts, they get all these shit, and they try to tell you that they achieved it at the gym, and they're lying. Goob is a really great opportunity. He's probably one of the original de-influencers, by the way, especially in the fitness industry. Okay, you can't be a fitness influencer and have fake shit all over your body and be like, and then take GLP-1s and be like, look what I did at the gym. You can always tell too, these influencers are at the gym with their huge asses that are completely fake because they don't have the legs that match up. Okay, you can achieve that ass if you have the genetics for it, but it's going to be like 1 in 25,000 that can do that, okay? You're not just going to be able to go do squats and get a dump truck. It's not going to happen, all right? So fitness influencers are one of the worst out there because technology is really easy for them to use, and Photoshop and everything else, it's getting almost undetectable now with AI. And so fitness influencers, there needs to be more stringent rules on fitness influencers because they can hurt people. We have news influencers who pretend to be journalists, but they're really just political pundits. I'm okay with that. Left or right, I'm cool with that. I don't think they can pretend to be journalists. Maybe some do. I guess you can say that about all newspapers now. Then if you Wall Street Journal, New York Post, all these New York Times, all these things, they used to be journalists journalistic institutions, and now they are pundits for a certain political wing, or lean heavily on one. And you know that New York Post leans heavily conservative, New York Times leans heavily to the left, the Wall Street Journal leans heavily to the left. Like, I agree with you on that. But I think what they're talking about is influencers who are like, I'm a journalist, but I'm not. And maybe they're saying that because I don't think journalists are influencers. I mean, they are in a different way, but not in the sense that we're talking about influencers, right? So I don't know how I agree with that, but I'm like, if you want to talk politics and it's passionate for you, both sides, you should be able to speak your words and get it out there as long as you're not lying. We have lifestyle influencers who are just promoting overconsumption, and that's a big one. That's the one that I think we're seeing a big rail against right now is the overconsumption influencers are like, check out my haul I got here and check out me going over here. And I got all this shit from Target and I got this like Zara haul, which nobody can afford, like Lululemon hauls and all the shit that you really can't afford. And they're getting paid for it and they're getting it for free because that's influencing is very, very powerful marketing. Okay. If you see someone like Emily Kaiser out there, and I know I've talked about this on my other channel a lot, like, her husband should be in prison and she should be canceled, but instead we got her white editors like, where'd she get this sweater? I am influenced by I forget her name, and I like the way she dresses, and so I follow her and I'm influenced by the way she dresses because I buy a lot of my wife's clothes because my wife just doesn't buy stuff for herself, and so I've always been the guy that just picks out her clothes sometimes, not all the time, but I buy her shoes. I'm the shopper. I like the retail therapy. My wife won't buy herself anything. Literally, she's so frugal. I buy her everything mostly. But she's learning to like love herself more and spend a little more money herself, and I love it. I kind of love it. But I am influenced too, and I think that's a good thing. So I'll buy those clothing. I think that's good. I think body positivity influencers are doing it right. I think that's cool. Like, I like that. Okay, so that's like an example of a good one. But then there's other ones who do overconsumption and shit like that, and dress in things that normal people won't wear because they're size 0, right? Or they're just doing it for OnlyFans and stuff like that. I don't agree with it. So, and then they go on to say, but the fans are arguably worse, and I agree with this. They keep defending their beloved influencers as if they're the best thing since sliced bread. You can't give legitimate criticism to a creator. It's hate. And I agree with this. Like, a lot of people call what I do hate. I mean, I do hate these people, so I kind of agree with that. But it is. If you give genuine criticism, it's hate. And that's what we've turned everything into. Victim culture is become this big thing where you have the victim card, and people will literally just try to become the biggest victim. It's like this race to the victim. It's race to victimhood. It's what can I use as a victim card debit? Victim, I'm a victim of this thing. Because then you gather all that tribe with you. Right? And then you gather those people and you have this army behind you of this as a person with this, and then they all, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, or you're just jealous because they have a large following and not famous. I've been accused of that as well. And arguably I make more money and have a bigger platform than a lot of people that I call out. Or you're insecure because a woman is beautiful and successful. It's stupid. Let's not listen to actual medical advice, but listen to this influencer because they're slim and beautiful and dietitian is not. Follow a TikTok creator because they're reporting the news, but get angry when actual journalists point out that they're political staffers. Interesting. God forbid you want to voice constructive criticism and critique about a content creator in this day and age, and God forbid you want to fact check disinformation and misinformation on social media. Now, the disinformation and misinformation thing, it's from all sides. It's a losing battle because all sides are doing it. Okay, I made a post, or I saw a post on someone's like, hey, what's going on? What do you guys feel about the states right now? And I'm like, yeah, all of your politicians hate you. Okay, every side does misinformation and disinformation. The one side, left or right, will think the other side is the only one doing it. It's so silly. You're never going to argue that. It's just the way it always has been. And interesting, in the day of information, in the age of information where we have computers in our pocket that give us information in real time, all over the world, in seconds from when it happens, that we are more misinformed and disinformed than we ever have been before. Isn't that crazy? And now with the emergence of AI, it's going to make it even harder for older people who grew up outside of the internet to understand what's going on. It's going to be insane. AI has changed the game. And so here's some of the comments. This goes all the way up to the Prez. They all think that they are influencers and don't believe in facts. Actually, is if you're starting, you're 100% correct. All a bunch of posers, and they make impossible to actually find a real influencer because anyone could be one if people think you're a good poser. I think that's a good point. Most influencers are posers. Right? They're showing something that actually doesn't exist. These women that are on their beautiful homes, cleaning their already clean home. Emily Kaiser, I'm looking at you, right? She has a cleaning lady that comes in and she like makes a little bit of a mess here and there so she can do the quick cuts of her putting a cup, wash, like, you know what I mean? These people have nannies. Like if you know that Pookie and Jet, I think that their name is, and they have a baby named Paloma. There's a video, and I'll cover this probably on my other channel, but they have a video of them getting their daughter a haircut, and Pookie goes in for a kiss to Paloma, and Paloma's like, I don't even know this person, because that baby's raised by a nanny. These people have full-time nannies, full-time cleaning staff. They have full-time assistants that do all the shit for them. They probably get their groceries delivered right to the door unless they're a shopping influencer, right? So they don't live real lives. And they just show you fake shit and they put it on the internet like it's real. And then people stand there and they stack themselves up against it and find themselves wanting it all times, which is terrible for society as a whole. It's terrible. And then you get really shitty ass people who become influencers just because they're shitty ass people. They rage bait or they do stupid shit. And because they're terrible people, they get people watching because like, how can you be so terrible? I need to watch this. Trisha Paytas, for example. And then here it is, a simple solution, stop watching. And that was 6 months ago. And this is exactly what my channel is. Unfollow these people. If you know that they're bad, why are you following them? Right? Like, I think the hate side of it is almost as lucrative as the love side of it. Hate watches on certain channels they're only watched by haters. And if the haters just took a stance and stopped watching, they would lose their platform. The worst thing that could happen to an influencer is they are nothing. I've said this on my other channel many times. You nothing them. If you don't like an influencer and what they're doing and you don't agree with what they do, the worst thing for them would be for you to ignore them. Their kryptonite for influencers is to be ignored, left alone, and not engaged with. That is their kryptonite. It's their worst nightmare. And often we want to engage with it because it's like, oh, I'm angry about this post. I'm angry about this rage bait that you've made, and you're just falling for the thing. But if you just smartened up, stopped doing it, and everybody did that at the same time, they would literally lose their platform. And a lot of people are like, simply don't watch. Why are you watching it? And I get you. That's what I'm trying to get you guys to do. I'm trying to get you guys to stop watching it. My message here, if there was one message overall, it would be to unfollow these people, stop watching them, forget about them, and you'll feel better about yourself. And you will. I stopped drinking caffeine 5 days ago, and I feel like I'm better. Because I didn't actually start drinking caffeine until I was in my late 30s anyway. And then I just started drinking it because it gives me that same kind of feeling as like Adderall, but only for a short period of time. But it's also giving me anxiety. And so I stopped it. Right. And eventually you can overcome it and then you don't miss it anymore. And then you're like, I'm so glad I did that. Influencers are like that. Like you're addicted to that for some reason. And I want to say this, and it's not all women, but it is mostly women. Like can we be real going any influencers page? Most major influencers are women. Most of them are. Okay, there are a lot of men influencers, but most of the major ones are women. That's just, it's a women-driven field, it is. And so you get in the comments, and if you want to leave some kind of bad thing, you're automatically a hater, or you're a misogynist, or, just don't watch it. And I get it. And you're right. As soon as they say don't, you shouldn't. Man, I promise you, it'll be better if you don't. So that's what I'm doing here on this channel. And so this is a kind of an example of that. This is a college influencers. This is from I'm the Main Character, one of my favorite Reddits. I love this Reddit. It's perfect for what I talk about here. But this college influencer crying because her school newspaper didn't post her. Watch this shit.
A video saying that there's enough room for all the influencers in the world, but at UMiami right now doesn't feel that way. UMiami has an newspaper called the Miami Hurricane, and they did stories on influencers who are like up and coming and rising. And they
in the school, students
did an article on me, and it was an amazing experience, and I'm so happy that I was written about. But my article, one of the main points said that I will come on here and be vulnerable with you guys and tell you if I'm having a crappy day. And I'm having a crappy moment right now.
Cue sad music, Tyson. Oh my God, you got interviewed as an influencer. Shut the up, man. No, shut up. Your parents should be ashamed of you. And I hope they are.
On Instagram, they posted the cover page, which was the 3 influencers with the biggest following here.
Okay.
And I know I don't have a big following.
So what do you... Okay. So that's the article was 3 biggest followings, and you're not there.
But it made me realize that micro-influencers don't get enough recognition. And even though I'm chasing the same dream as they are, and I'm trying so hard all the time.
Are you trying hard? Let's see what influencers do to try hard. Nothing. They don't do anything to try hard. Trying hard means I'm trying to get a following, so maybe do I need to show my ass more? What do I need to do, more thirst traps? What are you trying harder to do? Are you trying to do good things with your platform, your micro platform? What are you doing? What are you doing to grow an audience? If you're just doing get ready with me or outfit of the day, off. There's enough of those out there. What I realized is micro-influencers are just not getting the same. Well, then you'll get the same when you're bigger. You have to start somewhere. You're so stupid. Oh my gosh, the audacity of these people. It makes me so sad for the future generations. This girl could be only, 20, probably. And and she's crying because someone did an article and didn't put her in it.
I just don't feel appreciated right now.
good. Fuck off.
And yes, the fact that he even got written about was amazing, but it just feels like I'm chasing a dream, but I'm still so freaking far behind.
Oh my god, not the grind.
And it just like hurts, like knowing.
Like it just like here, I'm gonna say this to you guys. If you say like in every other word of your sentence, you shouldn't be an influencer. You should actually be in a psychological hold for 48 hours. Like you should be in a like shut the up.
That like I wasn't up there, and I come from a competitive dance world, so I've been judged my entire life. And any influencer, anybody in the competitive world at all will know that if you're not top 3, it just is so shitty. It's like a shitty.
Oh my god, are you kidding me right now? Oh, I want to speak to your parents. I would like to speak to your parents. Everybody knows that if you're not top 3, it's like the shittiest thing that was. Sorry, 4th place person, you're a shit. Oh my gosh! I hope I'm going to look up her TikTok after this video. I hope she was canceled.
Thing to see, a shitty thing to feel, you know? So I'm really trying, because I love giving you guys my advice, to think this will make me better.
Your advice? I cannot wait to hear this girl's advice. I you know, you guys just like my advices and stuff, like you know, like I don't know if I could like give you advices anymore. I wasn't in the school newspaper, like
me grow even more and make me just like find my niche. But sometimes,
and the problem is this went viral because of her shitty behavior, and she probably gained followers because honestly, Emily Kaiser was responsible for her child's death, her and her husband, okay? Her husband more so, I'll give you that, but she was also responsible for not putting a pool fence in and instead buying $7,000 purses and buying expensive Lexuses and shit like that instead of getting a pool fence in to save her child. And she gained 2 million subscribers because of this. She was rewarded for being negligent in her own child's death.
You just need a wake-up call, you know?
Is this your rock bottom? Oh my god, are you gonna be okay? Oh my gosh. Thank God I have kids who are way cooler than this.
This gave me a wake-up call that, like...
Is this your wake-up call?
You're not there yet. So yeah, feels pretty crappy, not seeing myself up there. But, you know, we're gonna push through, right?
Are you?
I love you guys. I'm gonna go wipe my tears and feel better.
Yeah, thoughts and prayers to you. So here she is. She got 24,000 followers. She's a I consider her a micro-influencer from Miami. And so this is again, it'll be her most viral video with 1.5 million views. And it got her some followers. You need a diary bad. There's like children starving in Gaza. Delete this right now. Why is she crying? Girl, as a student, we don't know you. Mind you, she's also MAGA. Mind you, I'm already irritated. Kim, there are people that are dying. This is so embarrassing. Girl, just get your degree. Why you? I'm glad she's getting panned and getting hate. She deserved it. She absolutely deserves that. Micro-influencer. I play sports, but I'm no good. Does that make me a micro-sports star? I'm definitely a micro-sports baseball star. I once hit 3 for 3 at one of my baseball games 2 or 3 years ago. Pretty sure I can give autographs whenever you want. Sign some contracts with the Blue Jays, whatever. I'm in. Maybe go to the World Series. You know what I'm saying? I could. I'm a micro-influencer in that. Someone's like, I'm a micro-billionaire. I'm sad because I'm only a micro-millionaire and your status outshines me. The way she keeps reaching forward to cut the camera is so jarring because she can't string 2 sentences together. She's a micro-orator. I love Reddit sometimes. Sometimes I don't. It's like they don't like appreciate micro-influencers. You mean regular people? Is that what you're saying? Oh my gosh. The fact that we had to come up with a term for people who don't have a big following pisses me off because they can now tell people that they're influencers. I'm a micro-influencer? Well, so yeah, like, okay. Everybody's a micro-influencer then, I guess. You can influence your space around you. Micro-influencing? Oh my gosh. Social media ruins society. Good point. It's just now everyone in their own reality show. I don't understand. What is the expected outcome? More pity followers? Yeah, they're just seeking attention. Influencing is just you being like, pay attention to me. Tell me I'm pretty. Tell me I'm awesome. Tell me you love how I put my house together. Tell me you love my car, my nails, my hair, my eyelashes. Tell me you love this. Tell me you love my fake ass. Tell me yes queen to all the shitty things that I do. Tell me to divorce my husband because he didn't do the dishes yesterday. Yes, all this is just people being like, tell me the things that I absolutely need to hear. And if you don't, I'm going to make a video crying about it. That's the problem. That's where we are right now. Here's another quick story here. It says an influencer couple asked a professional singer to write them an original song and play an hour-long set at their wedding for free. Okay? They said it would be worth it for the reach. It says, hey bro, me and somebody, they blanked out. I wish they wouldn't have blanked out the names of these influencers. I absolutely want to know who they are, and hopefully we can find out who they are. Me and something are getting married next August 16th in Ibiza, and we would love your personal songs if you're free. Do you fancy flying out? Hey mate, congrats. I'm actually free, which is a miracle for next summer. All sounds good. Let me know what you're looking for, and I'll send some prices over to you. You got 50% off until NYD too. Right? So this artist is clearly making music someone likes, and he's like, I'll sing at your wedding. It's going to cost you this much. You get 50% off. So clearly a singer who people want to hear. He's like, we want one of your songs written for us and maybe an hour set too. But nah, G, we're not really paying suppliers. We'll do promo posts, and what we charge for promo is worth way more than any track. And then gives him a fucking fist bump. The fucking audacity, right? You're saying that too. So Jamie Mathias is the guy's name. He says, 2 big influencers want me at their wedding next summer. Take a wild guess how they want to pay me. Influencer culture can get in the trash. No, I'm not going to name and shame, but you should, bro. I mean, if there's ever a chance you should be, or a justification of naming and shaming, this is one of them. You should name and shame, man. He says, we're not really paying. He says, I'd rather the money, thanks though. If I needed a promo, how'd you find me? Good question, right? Bro, it's a wedding with shitloads of other influencers with big money there. Think of the reach. What are they going to do? Also ask you for free shit? This is the problem with influencer culture that everybody hates the most, is when you're looking for free shit all the time. Look, I'm also guilty of this to some degree. I will be real with you. So I understand why influencers want to do it, but then they do it and they become villains, and they're like, dude, there's so many influencers that I know. Yeah, but those influencers are also not going to pay for this shit. Influencers think they are entitled to other people's money and time and gifts and all this stuff because they're like, oh, I'll get you exposé. You're not a company. If a company reaches out to you, then so be it. They see the value. They're like, we're going to pay you this much money to advertise like these rings. These rings are awesome. Or my favorite wallet, Exter, those kinds of things. They reach out to me, and I'm like, yeah, I will never reach out to into a company and be like, give me free shit, except for Resemi. That's the only one. Okay, I'll never reach out and say, give me free shit. Okay, but if they reach out to me, I'm like, yeah, let's do a contract together. Again, influencers think that they are deserved it. They are entitled to other people's shit, and that's what people absolutely hate. And that's why this culture has emerged, because the dickholes like this have ruined it for everybody. And all those influencers out there who are doing it right should hate these influencers for doing shit like this. Excellent wedding, full of other people with lots of money that want me to do shit for them for free. Promo, sign me up, bro. It's awesome. Anyway, here's some reach. So this is from a channel called Influencers in the Wild on Instagram. I like this one. Oh, great. That's like the 20th time I read this story somewhere. People are like, this is an old story. So what? It's still really relevant because, again, the anti-influencer culture right now is exploding, and we need to do this. People like that, what was her name? On TikTok, I did my first video about her. Who went to the restaurant and said, if you don't give me free shit, I'm going to leave a bad review. And she made posts like, restaurants hate to see me coming. Like, what? They should love to see you coming. Why do you want to be a vagrant douchebag on the internet, e-begging for free food? And if they don't, you're going to get why do you want to be someone who gives people shitty reviews? Why do you want to wreck things for people? Now, I want to wreck things for people who exploit children and exploit things and do shitty things. I do. But why would you want to just wreck someone's small business? Did they do something to hurt you? And some small businesses deserve it. Like, what's it called there? That one in New Jersey that the table fell over. They deserve it because they were like, they did shitty. There are companies, but they're influencers. That's it. They're influencers that own a business. So it's a little bit different. So all that to say, somebody who does that for you, like paying in exposure bucks, can right off. And I think a lot of restaurants too that are really good at what they do, and a lot of people that have businesses are just no more with influencer marketing. No thanks. Sometimes it's effective, and it can be depending on the influencer, but some people are just like, yeah, we're not doing that. Especially if the influencer reaches out to you. Here's the rule of thumb as an influencer, even if you're a micro-influencer or whatever. If they don't reach out to you, just leave it. Okay, you will be eventually reached out to if you grow your platform. They will reach out to you. It'll happen. Okay? Again, unless it's Resemi. They just ignored me. I want this Resemi app, is all I'm saying. And so for today's final video, I got to show you guys this platform. It started really recently, and it's called Karen at Large. This page started a little while ago. And it started, like, there's so many videos right now, but it's basically this HOA Karen. I forget her name. I'm sure it'll pop up in the comments here. But she was, I'm not sure if I'm getting this correct, but she somehow had the president of the HOA ousted, or something happened where she pushed him out for being the Karen that she is. And then she became the head of the HOA, which, by the way, is such an American thing that should... Like, I understand HOA to a degree. We have certain things like that. They're not called HOAs here, but you have like a condo fee that, you know, people clean your windows, clear the snow, cut the grass. That's it. You don't have to like... There's not like communities. There is, but it's very, 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 very rare. And I don't think they're even allowed to say, though, you can't have a certain color garage, or maybe, I don't know, maybe they can. I don't know. But like, that doesn't exist in Canada, not to a high degree anyway. And I would never do it anyway. But there's gated communities all over Florida specifically, where there's HOAs, where these people are retired or bored or have power trips. I could never in a million years live under an HOA. Because if you like leave your garbage can out for too long, you get a fine for it, or, you know, I get that. And I take pride in my home, but you know what I mean? I couldn't. It's not free. Because even if you own your home, you still have to pay to be a part of this whole thing, and it's all garbage. There's so many people that are like Reddit mods who are also HOA. Like, they're the same type of person, right? They get this little bit of power, and they're so bored with their life because they're either their children hate them or everybody hates them, and they become tyrants in their communities because they're so bored. They're called Karens. This one is crazy, though, and I've been following it for a little while, and this is the first video on the page.
Where do you live? I'm sorry?
Why do you care?
Because I'm the president of the association. It is my business. It most certainly is my business.
Where do you live? It's my business because I'm on the HOA.
Excuse me. Rude, watch it. You can take that camera all you want here. I asked you a legitimate question.
Okay, if you're going to approach me, I know that you're an old, frail lady. I'm not moving. These people are all scared of this lady for some reason. It's crazy that she hasn't been knocked out, to be honest with you, like even by another old lady. Don't approach me, because I'm like, don't get in my personal space. Off. And she's always got her weird cuck husband behind her, like not really saying things. You could tell he's embarrassed a little bit by it, but apparently now it's come out that he committed fraud and he's on probation and shit. Like, it's crazy.
If you live here, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you serious?
Again, what are you trying to do? You're gonna walk up, lady, you are gonna get your hip broken here. Stop, you're gonna trip.
Kidding me? Could you tell me your address again, please?
No one has to tell you shit, lady.
Excuse me, can you tell me your address again?
Clean your lens.
Around.
I'm sorry? I'm sorry?
That poor dog. You're not sorry. Like, what is she doing?
It's the weirdest thing you've ever seen, Chloe?
Is it? You're the weirdest thing we've ever seen. Crazy weirdo. So it goes on like this, and a lot of people are like, why are people not calling the police? Why does she have not? Apparently she has 3 children, and I don't know if it's true, but I've read in the comment section that all 3 of her children have like no contact orders against her. She's not allowed to contact her children. That's how big of a tyrant this lady is. Okay, her children want nothing to do with her. She's been this way her whole life. She's an absolute flaming bitch. And the fact that she got into an HOA board, it just makes it worse. Like, HOAs, I think you should need to take a psych evaluation to be an HOA. And if you're not a normal person, you shouldn't be allowed on the board. Nope. I've seen multiple videos of this woman pretty much stalking people in the neighborhood. What's going on? So then this is the board meeting.
I have enough to do in this association by running it. You have not lifted a single finger to help me here. You are an antagonistic, don't interrupt me, rogue, more.
Oh, she even has the fucking haircut, man. She even has the haircut. I'm following this story.
Board member. You represent.
You're a rogue board member.
A group of disgruntled owners that would like nothing for me to leave. But let me give you a news flash. This community has never looked better, has never run better, and has never been.
This is one of the main guys that, like, I think he might have started this account. And I love this account, by the way. And it's almost like in their best interest not to oust her, but she needs to be, like, the police need to be involved because she's getting crazy. That show on Netflix, The Worst Neighbor, whatever it's called, where the neighbor was worse. This lady's worse than that. That documentary, by the way, is a piece of shit. Don't watch it. I don't like it. What they did to those kids and how they exploited their whole thing just for a documentary from like body cams. But this is going to end up bad. Someone's going to end up murdered in this neighborhood. You watch. Mark my words.
Better. So the half a dozen of you here are irrelevant. I am sick and tired.
You're irrelevant.
Of you people putting a roadblock in everything that is done. And moving forward.
It's just that you follow the rules.
What do you think I do, sir? Maybe you need to read them.
You don't follow the rules because this
You, instead of complying with what was cited to you, you called a lawyer.
No.
You call a lawyer.
You call a lawyer. This bitch. Ironically, the gentleman she's berating is now our HOA president after she lost the election in June. Yes! I love it. He's the new president. This is great. So she was ousted, and now she's still... it doesn't matter that she was ousted to everybody because she's still a tyrant in the neighborhood. Watch.
Excuse me? What'd you say?
So she was waiting for him to come out so she could call him an asshole.
What'd you say?
Smitty with your asshole email.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Oh, you're in shock.
Oh my God, her and her husband. Is she walking her husband on a leash? Let's keep going. There's more.
She's being nice to people. Very nice. Very nice of you. Very nice. No, you're very nice. Oh my God.
Oh, she like blocks the entire road. And then when she does, she gets out, she turns, I don't even know if she's recording, but she like turned, like it's like her only thing. She holds the camera up. Like, what are you going to do with that?
What?
Well, Carmen, this is the way it's going to work. You gave a video to people that misconstrued the video, and it.
So I think she realizes at this point that she's on Instagram and she's becoming one of the biggest villains in the world. You gave them a video and it misconstrued. The video is not misconstrued. It's not edited. We get to watch it with our eyes in real time and we can make a judgment based on our own eyes.
Was false. Maybe if your family members were honest from the beginning and told me that they were part
give
of your
you
family.
the address.
You see, the
They
video
give you
is
my
missing.
address.
The video is missing in that. No, they didn't, Carmen.
Oh,
Because if they
you
did-
hear
All right,
from the
Carmen, I'm not
beginning.
going to belabor this with you. You have an ulterior motive. You enjoy your day. You enjoy your day here.
Yes. Everybody's talking about you, Navi. Everybody's talking about you.
Everyone is talking
I like Carmen.
about me because your malicious group thinks you're going to achieve something you're not going to achieve. So
All right, Carmen. Or Karen. What's her name?
if you were honest, which is the operative word here, maybe this would be a better
She's like the Karen final boss.
and a more cohesive group. Your family members were rude. They were going
they
behind.
were.
They were going behind the clubhouse. Yeah, they were. You weren't there.
They went.
They went behind the clubhouse, not the clubhouse. How do you know? Go home, lady. Get a hobby.
They were going
walking my
behind.
dogs behind.
This is her hobby, and it's sad. Okay, there's more.
I'm not talking to you either. I don't need to be quiet. I don't need to be quiet. I don't need to be quiet. How's that? I
It's a lovely neighborhood, though. I'll give you that. I'd live in Florida. That's a nice neighborhood.
don't need to be quiet. How's that? I don't need to be quiet. Send an email. You're driving by. Goodbye.
What a jackass you are. What a jackass you are.
Goodbye. Go to
Please.
the car and
Yeah,
have your
please.
little
I think she's standing on his property, too.
conversation.
And in Florida, that's a no-go. Pretty sure.
Goodbye. Harassment and intimidation doesn't
Harassment.
work. There you go. Now you can have your conversation. There you go.
Harassment.
Turn around, get out of my face, and now have your
Pretty sure he's on his property. When you turn around, get out of my face. You're on his property.
conversation. with
I'm
your
on my
little
property.
group thing.
Yeah.
My
Doesn't
property,
even
and
understand
by the
the
way,
difference
so are you.
between
Yeah, get off his property, bitch.
I'm on my property, and so are you.
Oh, really,
I can
Joey?
see your feet. That's my property line right.
So what she's doing, she's standing on the property line. Oh, this bitch, man. Oh, how do you get to be this way?
there.
Who hurt you?
Oh no.
And your feet are on my property line.
All of us on my property.
My property.
This neighborhood. I love this. This is so funny. Oh, nice G-Wagon.
Say to my face, you mother.
Holy, she's gangster now.
My face.
I didn't say anything.
Granny gangster.
You psycho. You just called me a fucking cunt.
You are, though. Like, we just call it as we see it. You are. I think you would agree, too, though. Whatever your name is, you would agree that you are that.
Did not.
You know what?
I'm just putting my stone in.
He did, but that's good. It's okay.
You're stone. You know what, David? You've
What?
got serious mental.
Oh, So what he did, they're all like trolling her now, which is awesome, and it's their right, and they're all having fun with it. But he probably did call her an effing see you next Tuesday, and then she turned the camera on. He's like, "What do you mean? I'm just putting my rocks."
Oh, you need a mental health check.
No, I don't need a mental
We're working
health
on
check.
it. We're working on it.
You told me a fucking time.
No, I didn't.
I mean,
I'm sorry.
yeah, the shoe fits. You know, if the shoe fits, your poor dog.
If you think the shoe fits, go ahead.
Go to hell, psycho son.
Go to hell. That's. I mean, they got a damn throne down there for you when you get there, lady. It's gonna be soon. Don't buy green bananas.
Go away. Go away.
Stop. Again, so many people could file harassment claims against women, probably this whole neighborhood, but they won't because it started on Instagram. And I'm glad they're not. I hope they keep. Though I think someone's gonna get murdered, and that's gonna suck. But this is gonna be murder. And I was reading in the comments again. There's another story like this. I'm not sure if it's true or not, but there was another story like this where there was this like tyrant lady in an HOA, and she was murdered. Right? But nobody in the neighborhood had footage, saw anything, or were just mum about it because they didn't care or they knew and they didn't care. That's how bad it was. It's going to be one of she's going to kill somebody and end up in jail, or someone's going to kill her. That's what's going to happen.
Go away.
Go away. Nobody wants you
know
here.
You have mental health issues.
Oh, okay.
Look. Yes, take your
That's just standing there.
rock. You know what you can do with the rock?
What's that?
That's really. You think that's gonna work? You moron.
And he's wearing the glasses, which is smart. Legally, the whole neighborhood are buying Meta glasses because when they see her, they just press record on their account on their glasses.
It is working.
Oh, it is working. What?
Oh my god, she's so bad. What is this? Karen has trouble not touching other people's stuff. She knows no boundaries. In this shot, she's showing her best side to the viewer as she messes with the homeowner's property. So I probably doesn't like this thing, and so she's like, get rid of it. What's this one?
What this is?
Okay. So now she's wearing a body-worn camera to the events because she's like, she wants you guys to know that she's recording it. So she buys a body-worn camera. Oh my gosh.
This is Brinkman, who obviously feels he could sit there. Let me give you news flash, Colin. I'm an owner just like everyone else.
Colin. I'm sure that's not his name.
Bear that in mind. So you
Newsflash, Colin.
have objective data. They seem to have mute tongues. So unprofessional and inappropriate, and that position could be
Yes, that they're unprofessional.
moved this way as well.
Look at her poor husband in his oversized shorts.
So we have no idea. I guess that's for his benefit. Did you get that? Did you get that?
Someone says she looks like Casey Anthony's mom.
Did you get that, Colin?
They got it, lady. They're recording. Shut up.
Did you get that, Brinky? We're owners just like the two of you. Neither of you were voted in, therefore you have no standing other than with Coco Clown the puppet that you pull his strings.
What else?
Vile.
Okay, this is the one that I cut my teeth on. This is the one that I first saw, and I'm like, what's going on here? Watch this.
Vile human beings.
No, it wasn't this one. It was like that. She was sitting on the couch. Is it this one?
Got 1 second to
Here's it.
trying to make sure everybody has the Go get a chair. Go get a chair, Silva. I'm not gonna tell you again, Mark. Either he removes.
Bitch, move over. It's a couch. You can put a seat between you. But she sat down next to her because he's trolling her, and I kind of agree. You should be able to. This is a HOA clubhouse that they're all meeting at, or like the whatever the shared space. He's allowed to sit there. He's not touching her. And she's like, I'm going to call the sheriff.
Himself from this seat, or I'm calling the sheriff. Very serious.
I wouldn't have moved. Call the sheriff. Let's see what the sheriff has to say. She's speaking to another old lady. Why don't you shut your mouth and mind your business? I want to see people fight. I want to see this lady throw down.
I'll say, shut your mouth and mind your own business. I am civil. This is a
I am civil. Shut your mouth and mind your business. I'm being civil.
totally hostile room, so I have a strong suggestion. Shut your mouth, mind your matters.
Or what? What are you going to do? Cankles? What are you going to do? You going to get up? You're going to punch me? You're going to break a leg or a knee or a hip or something. There's nothing you can do about it, old lady. What are you going to do?
And let the meeting proceed.
Okay, so someone says, I want her children to see this. And then, the comments, because I hate Instagram comments because they're stupid. You have to unfold all of them. So stupid. I completely believe it. She's awful. Can't believe she had sex 3 times. You know her adult children don't speak to her anymore. You may not believe this, but this is the Karen at Large page that says, you may not believe this, but it's the truth. She has 3 children. All of them have cease and desist orders for her. She has never held a grandchild. It's disgusting. They'll probably act just like her. No, they probably hate her. They probably go no contact. Who would want to be in contact with this lady?
This fully sodded home site with Floratam. Do your homework, Budsters. Floratam is a type of stability. You heard me. Budsters, buddy. Floratam is a type.
Oh, I hate this bitch. Oh, I hate her. You love to hate her, though. This is what they do. They drive around the neighborhood. They see someone filming. They'll pull out their camera. These houses are gorgeous. And her husband just stops there like, yeah, okay. That's so weird, right? Like, what are you going to do with that? I have a solution. You need to get everyone in the community to act like she's a ghost. Do not interact or speak to her. Let her talk. Say nothing. Talk to each other like you don't even know she's there. When she speaks louder and crazy, just go about your business. She subconsciously loves all this and doesn't even know it. No, she knows it. By interacting with her, you make her want to say. And again, what they should do, even at these meetings, is just let her have her say. Everybody just let her talk, and then continue on with the conversation like she didn't say anything. And then she will filibuster it, and then you can get her trespassed. Even if she owns a home there, you can get her trespassed out of these meetings. If she's being disruptive, call the sheriff. Get her out of there. Hey, we're trying to have a meeting and she filibusters it every single time. We cannot do this. We no longer feel safe with her around. You get her out of there. That would be oh my gosh. You want to get her back? Do it like that. I agree. Every single person in this community needs to document every interaction with her. Every time she comes by, this whole page is now dedicated to her. Like, she's so bad. This is her husband. Okay, I'm trying to understand this. This is Karen's hubby. The owner of this home he is standing at had rented it for a month, so it's not his home. The day after the owner left and the renters moved in, the hubby shows up at 9 a.m. on Sunday morning, ringing the bell, peering through the glass. At one point, you can hear him say, "I can see a woman on the lanya." On the lanya? Creep. As he leaves the front door headed to the back of the house, you can hear Karen in the background saying, "Tell them to come to the front. Tell them to come to the front." Karen has no trespass on this property, so she made her hubby coax the renters to the front. Karen said she saw a rat crawl under the garage door and they should open it. Once they got into the garage, they told the renters they had to get rat traps. There are no rats. Karen and a co wanted to get into the garage for some unknown reason. When the police were called, Karen used her status as board member to get away with trespassing. This is the same guy who stole millions from seniors in New Jersey. This is the tea that's coming out about him. Jailed for 3 years, and Karen put him in charge of a committee before she was ousted from the board. So it's just like this power struggle, this HOA board. He was in prison for 3 years for ripping off senior citizens in New Jersey. Like, they can't get worse. It's crazy. Just looked him up, from Brick, New Jersey. Convicted of stealing $3 million from seniors. Many with dementia who had no relatives. Of course they think everyone else is the problem. Damn, bro. This is my new favorite show. Quiet, my show's on. And here they are. They could be walking on the sidewalk, but no, they want to cause problems. Just like... Again, she pulls out her phone to film. For what reason? You're walking on the road, man! Oh, I hate this lady. I hate her. I don't hate a lot of people, but I hate this lady. Someone's like, I say we all move here. This would be so much fun. I would move to this neighborhood just to be part of this drama. I really would. Because, man, could I troll. Could I be like... I would eviscerate this lady right into her face. It would be so much fun. Imagine being this miserable. She's not. This is what makes her happy. That's the thing, guys. She's not miserable. This is the only thing that makes her happy. You guys know someone like this in your life, and everybody hates them. Okay? They aren't happy unless they're making other people miserable. There's some kind of psychological weirdness in their brain, too. It's really weird. Call Animal Control, show the video. She'll at least get fined. Here's her...
Order again? You're not a licensed contractor.
You're not a licensed contractor. You don't have to be a licensed contractor to be hired to power wash anything. This bitch is crazy, man. But I will say this. So here she is harassing the guy, pressure washing the pavers at the clubhouse so they can be checked for trip hazards. Imagine living like this. You have to hire someone so that they can be checked to see if there's trip hazards. He is a member of the community on a committee and helping his neighbors. Karen rolled up screaming, "You're not a licensed contractor," over and over. She got right on top of him and he continued to work, so of course she got mud on her legs. He warned her to stay back so she would not get wet, but she had a narrative to build. Sheriff was called and she tried to have him arrested for assault. They don't know how to spell on this page. It's assault with a pressure washer. The detective who came said to Karen, "Ma'am, you were saying he sprayed you with a pressure washer moments ago?" Karen said, "Yes, and I want him arrested." The officer said, "You do realize you are bone dry. No crime, just one of dozens of false arrest claims made, but dozens." Her hubby is a disbarred attorney and knows exactly how far she can go. So basically this whole page is, again, just it's racking up views just on her being this way. Like there's someone treating a tree outside and she pulls up, parks, gets out and films it. F off, man, let people do things.
Here she is. She's going to get out of her car.
I'd like to put a request in for everyone in the community who speaks a second language to exclusively speak to her in that language. I feel like this would be magical.
This is our vendor. We're going to see if she does anything.
I like the idea of her husband's mugshot on a t-shirt. Yes. Yes. You could sell merch.
Comes the video name.
Yeah, lady, you're a bitch. That's the problem.
That's harassment. You're taking a picture, I'm doing nothing. You keep taking your picture. It doesn't really matter.
So here's her name, Catherine Novi, Naples, Florida. That's her. Yeah, I think GTA 6 was delayed by another 6 months just so they could include her in the game. Anyway, that's going on in the story, but side note on the GTA thing. I saw another meme about, like, shout out to the dads who got their wives pregnant so that it would align with the GTA 6 release, and then they pushed it another 4 months or 5 months or whatever it was. November 2027 or 2026, I think. Is it 2026? Crazy. GTA 6. Anyway, so that's it, guys. It's fun. Sometimes it is fun, and this lady's becoming an influencer, not an influencer, but internet famous. But think about this for a second. If this lady embraced her evilness and started TikTok, she would gain millions of followers. Because that's what we do. We reward the shittiest people on the internet for doing the shittiest things. Influencer culture has got to go. So do me a favor and unfollow influencers who are bad. Follow the good ones, though. Okay? Everybody, take a deep breath. Thanks for being here. I hope you had some fun today. I hope you had a couple laughs. We made fun of that one at school. That girl, the audacity. Okay? The freaking-dacity of that. Don't raise your kids to be influencers. That's for sure too. If your kid's like, "I want to be a YouTuber," you make sure that never happens. Okay, double down on homework, double down on whatever you need to do to get them out of that notion. Okay, seriously, do not let your kids grow up to be influencers. You're amazing. Thank you for being here, guys, and don't forget to unfollow everybody except for me. I'll see you next time.